Hello, I'm Dr. Jody Reed. In this series, we explore the brain, behavior, and mental health. In this video, we'll look at the basal ganglia and how they regulate movement, posture, and behavior through complex brain circuits. The basal ganglia are a group of deep brain structures that play a critical role in the control of movement and posture. Rather than directly producing movement, they act more like a regulatory system, helping select, shape, and refine motor activity. When this system functions normally, movement appears smooth and purposeful. When it fails, movement becomes abnormal, excessive, or difficult to initiate. Anatomically, the basal ganglia are deep subcortical nuclear masses, located close to a major white matter pathway known as the internal capsule. As you can see here, several structures are involved, but the most important distinction is within what we call the striatum. Traditionally, the putamen and globus pallidus were grouped together. However, based on cellular structure and connectivity, it makes more sense to pair the caudate nucleus with the putamen. Together, the caudate and putamen form the striatum, sometimes called the neostriatum. In contrast, the globus pallidus is evolutionarily older and is referred to as the paleostriatum. This distinction becomes important when we talk about information flow through the system. If you look at this three-dimensional illustration, you can see how the striatum curves around neighboring structures. The head, body, and tail of the caudate nucleus follow the shape of the lateral ventricle, extending from front to back. Nearby structures such as the thalamus and amygdala highlight how closely integrated the basal ganglia are with both motor and emotional systems. This close anatomical proximity mirrors their functional integration. One of the most influential ideas in neuroscience is that the basal ganglia operate through parallel circuits linking the cortex, basal ganglia thalamus, and back to the cortex. As you can see here, these circuits are functionally segregated, meaning different loops serve different purposes. There are motor circuits involved in movement execution, oculomotor circuits involved in eye movements, and associative and limbic circuits involved in cognition, motivation, and emotion. Information flows from the cortex into the striatum, then through the globus pallidus and substantia nigra, onward to the thalamus, and finally back to the cortex. Importantly, these circuits are not completely isolated. Some connections reinforce similar functions, while others allow interaction between different behavioral domains. This organization allows the basal ganglia to bias action selection, enhancing certain actions while suppressing others. Disorders of the basal ganglia illustrate their function clearly. Conditions such as Parkinson's disease, Huntington's disease, and certain psychiatric disorders reflect imbalances in these circuits. Rather than paralysis alone, patients may experience rigidity, tremor, involuntary movements, or difficulties initiating action. Beyond movement, disruptions in associative and limbic circuits can affect motivation, impulse control, and emotional regulation. This is why basal ganglia dysfunction is relevant not only to neurology, but also to psychiatry. The basal ganglia don't tell the body what to do. They help decide which actions are allowed to proceed and which are held back. Understanding this system gives us insight into movement, behavior, and choice itself.